to do what I just texted you that I was about to do. So that you sent the link right when I was about to step out, but we're good.
We're good. Okay. Yep. We are now live here. The tweet just went out. Welcome guys to a little afternoon edition of drafting on the Drafters Best Ball Championship. I have brought in my friend Jen Eakins over at RotoViz. She is a workhorse over there cranking out articles. Jen, how are you doing?
I'm good, but I'm not at RotoViz. I am at 4FOR4.
Did I say RotoViz?
You sure did.
I am so sorry. I am all twisted around. Of course, you are at 4FOR4. I was just earlier reading your COVID manual that you had put out, which I don't know about you, but from my home league drafts, I'm starting to get hit up by friends like, what are we doing for this year? I know, totally. Yeah, I was kind of, Luis hit me up, and apparently I'm now the 4FOR4 COVID officer. That is my, random new little, along with everything else I do over there. But yeah, it was interesting actually starting to kind of get out there and research all that stuff because it is stuff we all need to know. I mean, it's random, but at the same time, everyone's scrambling and, we got to figure it out. I know. And today was kind of not the ideal news day based on what's going on with the Marlins. Are you, how nervous are you? I'm very, my income depends on the NFL and all of this, like, a lot of us. So I'm definitely concerned, but I also at the same time, we know Goodell, I feel like, people can be dying out there and he's still going to make it happen. Right. I don't know. I don't see him pulling the plug that quickly, but it is definitely causing a little more concern than it was, as of say yesterday. Yeah. Well, here's the deal, guys. Jen and I are going to draft a team. It looks like we need one more person right now in this specific league. Did it get us? No, it's still at 11 to 12. So once we get to 12, we will be on our way. If you want to join, Jen, I have some regulars that will come in here and snipe us, but that's just what happens when you live stream your drafts. Yep. And, I'm excited. I've never really done the live stream draft thing. Well, we're gonna get you rolling, and you'll be addicted. You'll be live streaming all your drafts now. I don't know about that, but yeah, no, this is cool. I'm excited, and I appreciate. It's nice to have a little estrogen up in your high tea world here. I know. Did you even see my shirt? I'm a lion among sheep, Jen. Shut up. Wait, can you get up? Oh my God, that's amazing. My testosterone is through the roof right now. Is that something that the counselor is putting out there, or did you get that made? What is that? Yes. No, that is directly from the counselor store. We all support great artists. What does it say on the sleeve there? No, the other one. I think it just says the fantasy football counselor. That's amazing. Yeah. We all got to support the artists we like, right, Jen? Absolutely. All right, come 100%. On, guys. There's 11. I agree with John. If you don't live stream the draft, then it doesn't count, right? All right, John. I noted. Let's see here. Where's my league? Was I not? Uh-oh. Jen, did I mess this up? Did you leave us? Did you get us out of the league and then it went without us? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. What happened? Is this it? What is going on, guys? Did I misclick? Oh, no. Got too fired up about the counselor. I know. What's going on here? Pete, join. Did it go without us? Maybe? Wait, someone said it's right there at the top? Oh. There we go. Sorry. Gosh. This is you come on here. I mess up what site you're working for. I don't realize that we already read. We're in here, Jen. Let's see. All right. Okay. We are the 7th slot. What is your immediate reaction to that draft slot? Not great. Not great. However, I've been there plenty this season and we will plow through it. Where are you? Obviously everyone seems to be on board with the top, 4 or 5 running backs. What have you been doing there? Have you been going with a receiver or trying to reach for a running back you like? I've been going receiver. I am not a running back hoarder. I am not a robust running back person. I knew I liked you, Jen. Yeah, I don't. Unless randomly, you get someone in there that's going to take Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, and someone like Kamara falls. If not, I go receiver here. Yeah, we got our mutual friend Kevin O'Brien here in the chat. I know you were just on his podcast recently. I was right? Just last week. Yeah. Awesome. Yep, Kevin has a great podcast. Definitely check that out. He does some cool long form interviews. with Fantasy Peeps. So who are you hoping for here in your best case scenario?
I mean, best case scenario would be Michael Thomas. I'm a big Michael Thomas gal. Otherwise, you know, I would go with Devontae or Hill. I love Julio, but not there.
Yeah. You can sometimes get Julio coming back in the second.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not mid-second, or maybe we could.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, you know, there's the whole never Julio movement, which I just am not on board with. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I mean, that movement started ironically from Hermsmeyer, but then, you know, as things happen, people don't realize that it's ironic, and then some people thought it was a true never.
Right. I think in DFS, people are more on board. I don't know. But for actual, you know, basketball and redraft, I'm totally fine with Julio. I got no problem with him.
Yeah, we just did a draft on Wednesday night in the Football Guys Championship, and we happily took Julio at the beginning of the second round. You know, there's definitely some guys that maybe feel a little sexier, but I mean, you just cannot discount Julio's production year in, year out.
Absolutely. I'm definitely, I have no problem taking the non-sexy people. I really, you know, I'm all about, I'll take the Jack Doyles. I'll take the, you know, I had no problem going with the non-sexy picks.
All right, let's see what Raging Cajun does here. We might be able to get our guy Michael Thomas, which I would also be pretty stoked about. Raging Cajun is he's in a pinch, you can tell.
Do you know? Yeah, he's panicking right now. He's got 24 seconds. Do you know Raging Cajun?
I don't. I'm actually normally I know some names in here. I don't actually recognize a lot of these. So the nice thing about that is we can speak freely to the chat and know that they're not going to use our words against us.
Yeah, I don't see anybody that I personally recognize either.
If he gets timed out to Michael Thomas, that's going to make me mad.
Yeah, he just did. God, yeah, that sucks.
What do you want to do here, Jen? You like Adams?
I like Adams. I like Adams with Rodgers without Danica. You know, Rodgers performs better. He's single, so I think that's. I'm fine with that. If you want to go someone else, I'm cool too.
I like Adams. I don't have a ton of shares of him in this contest, and like you mentioned, Rodgers is a really cheap stat candidate.
He is, and you know, the single Rodgers is the more desirable for fantasy purposes. And at least that's what I'm told. You know,
I know. I think if we looked at the splits, I think that would would be borne out. Have you been? You said you've done off air right before we went on that you've done about 30 best ball drafts. Have you been focusing on stacking in those, or is that more of a luxury thing for you?
I love stacking. I am a stacker always. I mean, if I can, obviously I'm not going to go out of my way and reach for someone or whatever, but I do like to have at least one, you know, and I like to do kind of the random weird, you know, like in Scott Fishbowl, I kind of did the Wentz, Goddard, Scott stack, you know, I like to kind of have the not normal stack. I think it's fun. And I think it's obviously in best ball specifically, it's, you know, you want to have those big weeks. And so I think that's come in handy.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been on board with stacking. My friend Hassan over at Rotoviz, he had made a good point about, and this is to your point too, with some of the cheaper stacks is like, you know, yes, the Chief stack on paper sounds great. You get Hill and Kelsey, and then maybe Mahomes falls to you or whatever, but it's like one that's a really expensive stack. You basically need them to perform at that level to just pay that off. And it's going to be a stack a lot of other people have. Whereas to your point, if you go Wentz, Boston Scott, Dallas Goedert, that's a pretty unique and cheap combination for a stack.
Yeah, I like that. I'm all about the random stacks that maybe people aren't necessary. And people maybe not even noticing that you're stacking, so they're not going to, like, you know, try to snipe you or anything. So I'm kind of down with that. Oh, I just switched over to the comments. I was like, why is nobody chatting? I was in the wrong section. Oh,
sorry. Yeah, you were probably in the private chat. Yep, we got the comments polling here from Periscope and YouTube. And Willis, who's a regular here, he's mad that he missed this draft. I guess you're just gonna have to watch from the outside in this time.
Why does someone say, did Maddox dye his hair? Are you trying to say I look like Davis? Because I really hope not.
We just ignore the jerks.
I'm more of, was that the point? Does he think I look like Davis? Because that's kind of random.
I think it's a dig at Davis, but
hey, whatever. It can be a dig at me. I don't know.
But I have no patience for it. So Jen, who are you eyeing here in the second? We're definitely kind of in wide receiver territory, but from a construction standpoint, do you like trying to get a running back in these first couple of rounds?
I think it depends, obviously, on who's there. I mean, what are we looking at here? Sanders appears to be the only real running back one that's left, right? I can't see.
Yeah, so I just switched over to that tab.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. No, you're fine.
So we got Sanders. Aaron Jones is here. Eckler did just go. He's a guy that I don't mind.
Same, but yeah, he's gone.
Sanders sliding here is pretty far from where he normally goes.
I agree. I don't think he'll make it in 2 more though. But I would be okay with him there. If not, like I said, I could be okay with Julio there too. I mean, it really just depends on.
I think we're at a good spot because we're going to get Julio or Miles. Okay, Miles does go.
Unless you want Aaron Jones. I have been kind of off him. I am. We already have Devontae, so there's that.
Let's get Julio. We were talking about him.
All right, I'm down with that.
Let's do it. Now that's how you start a draft. 2 stud receivers. Jen, I'm stoked, because I have these guests on here and sometimes they're closeted running back truthers. And so to have someone on here who's willing to start wide receiver with me, I'm thrilled. I'm
on that.
Yes. Also apologize to the chat. Every time, Jen, they have to remind me to go grid view. I did switch it over to grid view. All is well now. Okay. So yeah, we start here. So it is the thing too for, people's stomach for 0 RB here. And I was kind of asking you for the second round, how far can you push your 0 RB taste? Or do you start to get uncomfortable after 4 or 5 rounds without one?
It depends. See, I happen to be one of the rare. I love Carson, and I know a lot of people don't. So I will take him if he comes back around, and the 3rd, even 4th. Sometimes he'll fall. After that, it depends. I mean, it depends on who's there. A lot of people. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember exactly the farthest I've fallen. I mean, I won't go too far. I want to at least get one. But if I grab, say, like a Carson or something, then I'll go another few and wait, and then really start to go that strategy. But I don't know that I'm a 0 RB or what, but I definitely have no problem waiting a bit more. Just depends on who's there.
Yeah. Yeah. And my thing with all those is I don't mind guys in a vacuum, Carson and James Conner. I think they have a path to a really high ceiling. It's just always comparing the wide receivers that are also available there that you have to pass over. It's just so hard.
Exactly. It's so hard when you're like, okay, so I'm going to take, I'm right there with you. It's tough.
Did you see this? John is referencing the Keenan Allen tweet, or did you see?
Oh, yeah, I did see that earlier today. Yeah, I have very little Allen this year, if any, to be honest.
Yeah, to me, he falls into that bucket of volume guys like a Robert Woods. But the thing is, for me, is there's so many cheap versions of that. Tyler Boyd, Jarvis Landry, that I don't find myself wanting to pay the volume sticker price with the QB change also happening.
Absolutely. There's always somebody else there. I just end up, pass. And there's always somebody else that either you waiting, like you said, a better value on one of those higher volume receivers. It's going to be later. Or there's someone like Woods there who I love, and then I end up taking him too. So,
what do you think of that strategy from Keenan to actually tag the guys he's slamming in his tweet? I was like, that's pretty bold, but I guess he wanted to avoid the, at me, bro.
I guess so. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I didn't click and look at any of the comments, the responses. I just saw that initial tweet and it made me chuckle, but I didn't really see the aftermath. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the guys were complaining. Chris Godwin had a really funny one because he was making fun of his typo of saying Goodwin. He said, "Don't worry." I forget what he said, but he dunked on Keenan again. So, the thing is I actually like the kind of Keenan style because he's just saying it. Whereas it's like the Michael Thomas stuff where he gets really passive aggressive. I'm like, this is just petty.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't love Thomas personality-wise, but I do love him as a player for fantasy purposes. Oh, are we up?
We are up. So we do have some running back options here. You mentioned Carson's here, I think.
It's there. There's Carson. Connor's there too. I like Connor.
We also have some sick wide receivers. DJ.
Ooh, AJ Juju. Brown, I like too. I like Juju.
Jen,
that's tough.
I'm going to let you make this call here.
Well, you know what? We started it. Let's just keep it going. Let's just take a wide out. Screw it. We're here, right?
Who do you prefer of the available?
I'd say DJ or Juju probably. I don't know. Juju screwed me last year. I know it's hard and to do that whole thing, but
I have them back to back. I like DJ just a tick more than Juju, but I'll take whichever one you prefer.
Yeah, let's go DJ because that's who I like better anyway.
Sweet. Look at this, Jen.
We're doing it.
Devontae, Julio, DJ Moore. I mean, some people don't like this. I call this a Monday, an afternoon draft in a 0 RB
Yeah.
team.
I feel like, were you a Seinfeld person?
A little bit. I'm not a Seinfeld historian, but I enjoyed it.
Well, there's like the episode with Kramer where he's test driving a car and they're like trying to run the gas tank to the very edge. And him and the guy, they like, lock hands, are like, let's do it. And they just ride off and trying to, so that it kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's true. We got to push it to the edge. The thing that sometimes I think people forget with these, the majority of the money for this contest is up top. And we are going to need some fragile strategies. I don't mind the robust RB to start if you take 3 and then you go away from it and it's really fragile, or going this other direction. Because I feel like I know you, Jen. We're trying to play for first here, right?
Oh, of course. Yes.
What other constructions have you been? How did I get out of my draft here? I'll get us back in here, I promise. What other kind of constructions have you been doing in these bigger best ball tournaments?
Obviously it depends on your draft spot, of course. I've had a lot of 1-1 for some reason. So I'll usually take McCaffrey and then just pound wide out for a while and then come back around. If I'm later on or if I'm in the middle, it's funny. I never end up in a position to get, like, I just haven't gotten a lot of Drake or Sanders or Eckler. I'm just kind of not in that spot. Yeah. I either end up committing to, or sometimes I've done the whole like Kelsey, Julio, or, it just depends. Cause I'm, with tight ends, I'm kind of you either go early or go late. So I have done, my share of Kelsey and Kittle in these just to kind of have them. But, I think it really just obviously, as we all know, it depends on where you are in the draft. I'm very a go with the flow. Like I'm not, as far as construction goes.
Yeah. John says that we're a modern day Thelma and Louise driving off the cliff into a canyon of wide receivers. I love that.
There it is.
And G. Warsh suggests, and I do not hate this idea, Jen. What do you think about Ridley and then trying to get us? Although we're going to have a decision here because we might be able to get your guy Carson as well.
We may. But if you're not a Carson fan, I totally get it. I doubt this guy's going to take a 4th. He took Ridley, so there it is.
For us. So
sorry, G. Warsh, it's not happening.
So I don't mind, I haven't done this construction a lot where I take the detour for running back here, but I certainly don't hate it. And it sounds like you're high on Carson.
I like him. I mean, listen, I know this is technically the dead zone, blah, blah, but I do like Carson here. Once again, I wouldn't be opposed to something else if you have another suggestion.
The reason I don't mind it is because at some point we're going to have to take running backs. I'm not enamored with some of them in the 5th and 6th. And I think there's still some wide receivers I really like there too. So I kind of like the idea of going Carson and then we can hit back.
I think Carson, listen, if his hip is healthy, he's going to have a lot more volume. I mean, look, it's Schottenheimer. It's where established the run began, right? I mean, he's going to get plenty of that.
And the thing that is nice.
Oh, wow, this guy took 2 quarterbacks. That's interesting.
Wow.
This is not super flex, correct? This is regular? Okay.
You know what I just realized though, Jen? I wonder if he's still on auto draft after timing out.
Oh, maybe. But Prescott in the 4th like that? That seems early even for auto. But I don't know. I don't know what the ADP is there.
Carpentier is giving us a hard time for not getting let's see. Oh, yeah. He wanted us to go Derrick Henry to then pair with Julio Jones and more. No, Jen and I committed to this strategy, and I like this team. And I think we'll have some good options here in the 5th. And in a couple of these wide receivers are going to come back. People just love these running backs too much in this range.
Yeah, someone's going to take Bell. Someone's going to take, CEH, or unless he already went. He already went in the 2nd. Jeez, okay. Because I can't see the bottom there, so I don't know who's left, but I'm sure. No, you're fine. I was just going to say, I'm sure there's plenty of running backs that they're going to. Yeah, someone's going to take Bell. Someone's going to take Singletary, probably, and Mostert before it comes back.
Where are you at on these semi-expensive rookie running backs, the Akers, Dobbins, Swift guys?
I like Swift, but it's a total homer. I mean, I went to UGA, so I do like Swift. I mean, I'm not going to reach for him, but I'll take him every now and then, at the right spot when he's there. The rest of them, like Akers, Dobbins, no, I'm passing on all those. I like Ingram though, later on as well. I have no problem with that. But
how as a UGA fan, what's the game tape on Swift and what do you project for him with carry on in year 1?
I love Swift. I mean, I loved him at Georgia. I think he's great. I haven't really. I mean, I watched every single game. I'm not a film gal at all, but I watched the game as a fan.
Yeah.
I watched him. Carry on. Obviously, with Carry On, obviously they're not that into him, right? I mean, if they took Swift and they keep kind of not putting him out there as the workhorse. So I feel like Swift. I mean, it may be an even. I don't know. I have no idea what. Patricia, I don't know what their plans are, to be honest with you. It's tough to tell. But I do like Swift, and I think that he can, hopefully produce right away. I don't know where his ADP currently lies, but I'll take him if he's in the right spot.
That's the thing that's so hard for me to untangle with both Swift and Akers is they're going to teams that are going to be solid offenses, but they both bizarrely last year did not target the running back through the pass game much at all. And both coaches have a history of wanting to implement a pretty gross three-way committee, but it's still, you want to just trust, right, that the premium draft capital and the talent will rise to the top.
Right. And I know a lot of people are scared of rookies, and that was I put that in my little COVID article, is that, a lot of people are scared of rookies, especially the wideouts, which I understand. But at the same time, we have to know that there could be 10, 15 players, out in quarantine at the same time. These guys are going to have to take the field, Yeah. So rookies are going to probably get more play and hence more volume than they normally would. So I think shying away from rookies is maybe not the right move this season. I mean, I wouldn't reach for them, but people are kind of shying away for them even at the end of drafts. And I feel like pile them on because they're going to have to get out there because we all know, there's going to be a lot of players out at any given time.
Yeah, and I like that take too hang on, I'm going to circle back to this because we're about on the clock here.
Okay.
Let's check it out. So there has been a bit of a wide receiver run here.
Okay.
But we are on the clock, so
you just took a third quarterback.
Oh my goodness!
Love having him next to us, though, right? That'll work.
It is not too bad. You know what, Jen? Zach Ertz in the mid-fifth.
Wow. See, I always say I'll take Ertz if he goes to the fifth. I don't hate that.
Let's do it. I mean, I like getting the elite tight end. I never see him drop this far.
No, I won't take him in the fourth, but the fifth, absolutely. I'm down with that for sure.
Chat likes the Ertz pick. Yeah, we are not going to let him slide there. The funny thing is I might have even taken him in the fourth, but then there's no chance we get Carson in the fifth.
Exactly. No, I think that's good. I like this team.
Here's a question from Sean. Is that really where DK Metcalf typically gets drafted? What is your thoughts there, Jen?
In the fifth? I think so. I don't know. I think that him and Lockett, actually, he went farther after Lockett than usual. I usually see them kind of back to back, which I always find interesting. Yeah. I'm more on the Lockett train just because I love him, but they're usually pretty close.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I do know for FFPC ADP, Metcalf is right there at pick 52, 53, the start of the fifth round. So I would say that's pretty normal for him. Yeah, man, I am stoked to get Ertz that late. I mean, I do like Mark Andrews this year, but I don't think there's a 1.5 round gap between their ADP.
No, and I think obviously the thing with Andrews and, the news of him with having diabetes, which I never knew, I've been snagging Boyle in like 20th round of every single draft because, having diabetes and COVID is not a good thing. So I don't know if he's going to opt to sit out. I doubt it, but he's definitely high risk. So I've been grabbing Boyle everywhere with my final pick. So that's just a little, random tidbit to throw out there.
My co-manager, Pat Carrain, on our Ship Chasing podcast, we drafted Mark Andrews in the second round of our FFPC main event, and then we insured him in the 18th round with Nick Boyle with that same logic. I mean, when you invest that much in a tight end premium league, and, Boyle isn't the same pass-catching talent, but, I mean, he's getting the opportunity if Mark is out.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. I mean, as a 20th round or 22nd, depending on what format you're drafting, I think it's a good call.
John is referencing the robust QB start here for Raging Cajun. He definitely has to be auto drafting. Otherwise, he needs help. He really needs help. Speaking of a high T draft here, House of an Orange, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, James Conner, Devin Singletary. I really like how this has shaken out for us, Jen, because there's a few wide receivers here I really like. I still like Diggs a lot. Are you in or out on Diggs?
I'm in on Diggs. I like Diggs. I like yeah, I'm in on him. I know a lot of people. It's funny with Allen. You're all in or you're not. I'm kind of I think Diggs. I like him. I like Landry as well.
Yeah.
Who else do we have?
Let me see here. Landry just goes.
Okay.
We are starting to enter. We still have those rookie running backs that we were talking about. We got, Tyler Boyd, Christian Kirk, Will Fuller types. Obviously, the quarterback. Oh, Diggs goes.
Oh, we're up. Oh, he did.
Okay.
That is not great.
This is a little bit of a tough spot here.
I like Gallup. I don't know if it's too early. What round are we in?
We are in 6.
Okay.
Round 6. I definitely don't. I mean, you could make a case for. I mean, we were talking about Swift. I mean, is the mid-6? Do you like Swift there? Or
I don't hate it, but I also wouldn't hate getting another wideout here either.
Which of these kind of wideouts do you prefer? Like the Gallup, Fuller, Kirk, Boyd tier? I
like Gallup in here. That's kind of my guy. I would rank him Gallup, Boyd, Kirk in my personal, but yeah.
Let's get Gallup. I think still has an extremely high ceiling here.
He does, and there's something like 190 vacated targets there. I think he's in a good spot.
In the thing that I'm starting to kind of come around on is, I think CeeDee Lamb's going to be good, but it might be Amari who's overvalued right now, and Gallup is still evenly priced.
I agree. I haven't really taken. I don't think I've taken any Amari, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I do. I had Gallup last year, and he is a Colorado kid, I believe, which is also
Colorado State. I forgot you're Colorado, right?
Yes, I live here. I mean, I wasn't born here like you, but I do. I've been here for 20-something years.
Well, another Colorado boy who has become a bit of a poster child for these streams has been Laviska Shenault. I don't know. Are you in on him?
I am. I actually watched the stream that you did with TJ, and I laughed because I think you pulled up film midstream.
Yeah.
No, I am in on him. I like him. I somehow forget. I end up not getting him very often, and I'm bummed about it because I somehow forget and I take someone else there, like Sims or something. I don't know. I keep forgetting about him because I like Sims, and I end up grabbing him, and then I realize after that I should have taken.
Yeah, you're betraying your. Were you born in Colorado?
No, I was actually born in Miami, Florida.
Okay. All right. So you're a transplant, but
but I've been in Colorado since 90. Since when? 96.
Okay.
So I've been I've been here for quite a while.
Yep. We got Eric in the chat. Can't believe I'm not in this draft. I know, Eric. I am so used to seeing you in the draft. I finally snuck one in without you. Willis is bummed too, but this is good, Jen, because these guys are sharp drafters. So we need the auto draft QB guys in here instead.
Well, yeah, we got Raging Cajun with 3 quarterbacks and Ingram.
Yeah. Seriously, I still can't get over this start. It's interesting looking at some of these teams. Like, I don't hate the idea of starting with 2 running backs and then hammering. Like, I love the Ridley Sutton Diggs thing, but Gurley. Sorry, I hadn't scrolled all the way up.
Yeah, he's got Drake and Sanders.
He got Drake and Sanders. So if he goes DJ Moore here, now that's a start I don't mind at all. Drake.
Yeah,
Sanders,
that's a good team. I don't hate his team. I'm kind of lower on Sutton than a lot of people, and I love Drew Lock, and I'm excited about it. But I don't know. I'm a little lower on Sutton than most. I guess it is ADP, but
yeah, I've gone back and forth on it. I think all of the kind of Denver offense, Lock, Judy, I feel like that's all priced into his ADP based on how great he was last year.
Yeah, you mean Sutton or Lock?
Sutton, sorry, yeah.
Well, no, because Lock was good in his 4-game sample size.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, Sutton is an athlete. We know that. But it'll be interesting to kind of see what happened. I'm definitely curious about this Denver offense in general. I mean, you've got Gordon, Lindsey. I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic that we're not really sure what's going to happen.
I just feel like we, as fantasy gamers, we love to overthink things. We like to get worried about quarterback. Why was AJ Brown falling in dynasty drafts last year? It was like, oh, we're so worried that Ryan Tannehill can't. So it's like good players earn targets. And I'm pretty confident that Courtland Sutton is a damn good player. Yeah, no, he absolutely is. And I like Locke. I mean, I like what we saw. We don't exactly know, how, I don't know. I like him as a guy too. He cracks me up, I love him. So we did see this tier of rookie running backs we were discussing go.
Okay.
Swift, Akers, Dobbins all go here. It seems like we're setting up here for another wide receiver potentially. Normally, I would be willing to consider quarterback, but this guy kind of really threw a wrench into any of these guys slipping to here.
Yeah, hey, we can still do the Rodgers stack at some point. You know,
yeah,
he's still there, and we can still. But yeah, where are we looking at running back wise?
Running back is starting to get a little gross here. So Ronald Jones goes. It still shocks me that Keyshawn Vaughn is cheaper than Ronald Jones, but he's there. And then there's also some pretty good wide receivers. Oh, Will Fuller does go. He would have been a nice pick. Where I think we're definitely between running back and wide receiver. Does anyone jump out to you here?
Let's see. Oh, he just took Boyd. I was going to say I don't hate Boyd. I don't hate Kirk really. We don't want Lamb. I think it's definitely too early for like Slayton, and I'm not into Samuel.
Are you a Breida or Vaughn person?
I like Breida and Vaughn. Actually, I like them both. I don't have a problem with either of them. It seems a little early for Breida. He's usually, 8th or 9th, but...
Yeah, so Breida, we have 30 seconds.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're right. Breida is normally later. I think we could wait on Breida. Vaughn, I think, also would come back to us, whereas it looks like Kirk at an ADP of 89 wouldn't necessarily come back.
Right. I'm down with Kirk if you are.
I like Kirk a lot, yeah.
All right.
I was on a podcast earlier this offseason, and Matt Kelly asked for the hottest of hot takes, and I said Christian Kirk outscores DeAndre Hopkins.
Wow. That's pretty spicy.
I don't want to put any money on that or anything straight up without some long odds, but I do think that everything is setting up extremely well for Kirk this year, and that if they open up that offense a little bit more without the horizontal raid and more the vertical air raid, I think he could be in line for a massive season.
John Atlas over there. Going to end up with Winston. Come on. There's plenty of quarterbacks left. It's the 7th round.
Yeah, no, Raging Cajun, he's going to hoard them all. We're going to have no choice.
I don't think Raging Cajun is meaning to do what he's doing, but maybe he is. We don't know.
Yeah. I do think we can start to, construction-wise, how many wide receivers do we have here? We have 5 wide receivers. People always remind me I don't have to count. It's actually
we have 5 good ones too. I like them.
They are very good.
You're right. I counted 2 and it says it.
So I think we could give a long, hard look to Vaughn or Breida here. Where are you on Geis? I
am out. I'm always out. I just can't do it. I'd rather take Gibson later. And I think that's just, I don't know. There's something about him. He's just, I just can't do it. I can't emotionally invest again and then have him. I don't know. I definitely would rather do Gibson later. I'd rather do Breida or Vaughn, obviously, if either of those two come back.
Yeah.
I don't hate Cohen or Coleman either. Eventually, I like both of those guys.
Yeah, I've been warming up to Cohen, and also Eric mentions in the chat Zach Moss has been jumping up lately. Do you like Zach Moss?
I do. He's been, he's getting scary high though. A lot of people are on him, and they've been. He's been, like you said, he's been jumping off boards a little bit earlier. And I said he's one of the other people. I just never seem to get him for some reason. Wherever I am, it just never seems to happen. But I do like him. I think his chances of kind of cracking into that backfield is pretty solid.
I am very thankful, though. I think looking at this draft board, us making that detour for Carson in the 4th really couldn't have worked out better based on kind of where these other running backs ended up going.
Yes, I agree. I think that because that next tier is, and I think, I'm out on Montgomery. The Williams Hunt thing, I have a tough time drafting either of them. I know I understand the argument for both of them, but it just, for some reason, I have a hard time clicking the button for either of those guys.
I'm sorry, Davis's blue check mark. He really wanted us to take Tariq Cohen. He goes at pick 86 to precept 24. So we can't do it. And Jen, look at Moonpipe takes Geis for us, so we don't even have to worry about that either.
Absolutely. Love it, Moonpipe.
So I guess here, because I do like you, I like both Breida and Vaughn, just based on ADP, I'd say we go Vaughn and see if Breida makes it back.
Mm-hmm. I like it. That works for me. Can you scroll? Oh, there we go. I was going to say.
All right. I checked the other thing, make sure we're not missing anything else. I mean, if we had the Dak stack with Gallup, I'd say, oh, maybe let's take a look at Lamb here or something. Wow, Wentz goes, Madison goes. I like Vaughn here at this price in the mid 8th.
Wow, Madison is going before Vaughn. That's interesting. That seems pretty early, considering. Well, I guess Cook. There's the whole thing came out yesterday. I don't know. I guess that's what's happening.
You like Vaughn here though?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I know. So Willis is mentioning we normally have a guy in here who's the world's biggest Keyshawn Vaughn fan. In the one draft I take Keyshawn Vaughn, he's not here. He's not
wow, you haven't taken him very much. Well, I know you and Pat are the whole Rojo train. I know that. I
actually, I have to indulge Pat's kind of Rojo obsession, but I don't know. Does it shock you that Vaughn's ADP isn't higher?
Yes, and I think it's because also, like, from my little 4for4 bubble, like, John Paulson is huge on Vaughn, so he's been hyping him up for months and months and months. So it's like it's ingrained in my head all about Vaughn. So I am surprised that he fell to the mid 8th.
I think Pat is beating John down, though. I think he's wearing.
Yeah, I saw some kind of conversation today about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking I need to get John on with Pat, and maybe I can, moderate a rap battle between them about Vaughn and Rojo.
I would tune in for that.
It does look, Jen, like Raging Cajun timing out here again. It looks like he shows up for a pick and then gets timed out again.
It's like those kind of people, like, it's good in certain ways and then it screws you in certain ways,
Yeah. So I really like the construction of this team. The one thing, I'm generally looking for quarterback around here, but because of this auto drafter and because we have the natural stack with Rodgers, I think we're okay. It does look based on his ADP, Jen, at 101. We're picking at 103. We probably need to go Rodgers there if we want to lock up that stack.
I agree. I think it's a good call. Hopefully. Can you scroll up? Do either of these other guys have quarterbacks yet? I can't see. Mahomes, Jackson. All right. So 2 of them don't. So we'll see if they. But a lot of times Stafford has been going before and Breeze. So, Rodgers has definitely kind of been the redheaded stepchild per se this season. A lot of people are avoiding him.
And do you think with this construction, because we didn't get an earlier QB, do you think we should aim for 3 quarterbacks total in this format?
Yeah, I usually do anyway, especially with COVID. I feel like we have no idea what's going to happen. So I think third might not be a bad call. Someone's asking about the Ryan stack, but he's gone. That would have been nice as well since we have Julio, but he is gone.
I definitely think we would have given that a long, hard look if he would have fallen.
Oh, for sure.
You prefer Ryan to Rodgers, right?
Yes. Yeah. All things considered, or whatever. In a vacuum, yes.
The question that I always like talking about, if we were to see Mahomes or Lamar like explosion from a later QB this year, do you have a candidate you think that would be?
I kind of like Daniel Jones. Okay. I know. I mean, and maybe not an explosion of that, magnitude, maybe not hype, but I feel like he could potentially be, up there, maybe a top 7-ish quarterback or something like that. And I like stacking him, with Slayton or even with Ingram or even with Saquon. I did that the other day just because, when I'm in the second or third spot, I kind of ended up doing that by accident. And then I realized, I was like, oh, all right, I'll just keep rolling, keep stacking.
Yeah, no, I like that. And, he's got great weapons. They're undervalued too. And he's shown us, even I always just think from a DFS perspective, the quarterbacks who end up in Millie Maker lineups that show that ceiling, like Daniel Jones was in Millie Maker winning lineups last year. I mean, he definitely has the ceiling. The only question would be, could he keep it up on a consistent basis?
Right. Exactly. No, I see that.
So Breida does go, so we're not even left with a hard decision there. Let's just check. Is there anyone else we would consider over Rodgers here, knowing we probably won't get him coming back? I like having the cover of, Zach Moss could still be there for us in the 10th if we like him.
Yep.
We could also, start thinking about some tight ends, but there's still lots of tight ends on the board here that
we have Ertz, so we're at least okay.
And I'm glad we got our wide receivers early because it's starting to get a little dried up there. Yeah, I think Rodgers is the pick here, unless someone else jumped out to you.
Unless he autos him right now.
Oh my goodness.
Really annoying. Well, who's the top of the guy in the all section?
Let's see. So I have some of my own ranks sorted in here.
Okay. So,
but it does look like it would maybe be Hooper. No, Kerryon Johnson based on ADP would be the.
That'll work.
Yeah. It's so weird to me because I thought when you time out, then you're just set to auto draft, but it's like he keeps logging back in and then it still resets here.
Never trust a Cajun, huh? I'm totally kidding. I have nothing against Cajun people.
Look at you.
Or the food.
Yeah, great.
Meanwhile, I'm getting during this, I'm getting a Slack message from Luis, like of things I've been saying to you. Like he now has article ideas for me to do. I'm like, I'm somehow getting more work from just having a conversation.
I see that. Hey, no, this is a safe space for Jen to come and just chill and have fun. You do not give her more work.
Yeah, he just did, but it's all good. I just saw it flash across the top.
What was the idea? What did he like?
It was actually COVID players with high risk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he meant to add it to my manual or actually have an exact article about which players are at high risk, but I just saw it flash across the top of my thing. I didn't actually click on it, so I don't know if he went more in depth.
So one thing we should talk about, because we have the Adams and Rodgers stack, there's definitely some secondary Green Bay pass catchers at
Lazard. I'm a fan. Lazard. Sorry. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know either. But
he's really cheap. Yeah.
Yes, I've been grabbing him too, for sure this season in the late, because he's really the wide receiver too. I mean, what else? Who else do they have? Right? I mean, you've got MVS, and it's just, I think.
What do they have? Funchess now too?
I guess they do, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Lazard's the number 2 there. And then, do you have any love for Sternberger?
Yeah. I mean, I've taken him. I mean, usually in that frame, there's others that I will take. But if it gets super deep, I'd take Sternberger. But I usually end up kind of getting, like a Jarwin or a Jasicki or a Jonnu Smith or something in that range instead. But I've taken Sternberger super late. And how many rounds is this? 20?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because some of the like FFPCs that are like 22 or whatever, I'll end up maybe grabbing him there or something. But.
Yep, they made the switch from the first one. I believe the first one was 18 rounds, and or maybe it was always 20. They definitely added. They bumped it from 10 to 12. Did you do any teams in the 10? The first.
I did. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I prefer the 12 team. I find them to be more intellectually interesting.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, the 10 team, it's kind of everyone has a good team at that point.
So where are you leaning here? We're about to enter the halfway point. I would say we're not, we're pretty well balanced for what we want to do. I would say we could probably start looking at running back here again.
Yeah, I would say Coleman is still there, which is nice. Zach Moss, I mean, it might be a little early for him.
Yeah, let's see here. So we're picking at 114. I mean, Kerryon's really slipping here. 80.
I didn't even see him. I mean, I haven't taken him much this year, but I'm not opposed to. All right, Coleman just went, so.
Yeah, I mean, the thing how I feel about my kind of thing with these is all of these guys kind of have similar low probabilities of really hitting. So if their Kerryon does go. But if you just try to get them at when they slide rounds.
Yeah, I don't hate Lindsey. I mean, because you just don't know what's going to happen with Gordon. And Lindsey's been He's had 1,000 yards the last 2 years. They're not just going to toss him aside, right? I mean,
yeah,
he has to have a role.
I like both Lindsey or Moss. So just by the ADP game, I would say we grab Lindsey and see if Moss comes back.
Yeah, I think that's good because Moss because you've got the guy next to us on auto, and we don't know what these other people really are. I haven't really paid attention to their construction, but.
True. So my buddy Pat has been trying to talk me out of Lindsey in that he's worried about him not really having a path to any pass catching role, but obviously Lindsey's a really good rusher. What has you excited about him?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm excited about him, but I mean, considering here we are in the 10th round, like I said, first of all, Gordon is not the most durable, right? We have that.
Yeah.
And then we have like I said, Lindsey's had at least 1,000 yards the last couple seasons. I mean, they're not just gonna, toss him. I feel like he's gonna have some kind of role. I'm not exactly sure what it'll be, but I feel like he has to have some volume as our running back 3 in the 10th round. I feel like that's good value.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm not super excited about him, but I think he's a good. Oh, Moss just went.
Yeah, that stings a little bit, but we knew there was a chance he wouldn't come back. Yeah, I still have faith in Sean Siegel wrote up Lindsey the other day. He was pointing to, I guess, Lindsey, there's quotes that he's been really working on his pass catching this offseason. So if they kind of phase Royce Freeman out fully, which you got to think they will, bringing Gordon, I mean, there's a path to him catching passes, I think. Yeah,
no, I agree. And with Gordon, I mean, we just don't really know what's going to happen with him in Denver.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely like that. And, I'm not ruling out that Lindsey just beats Gordon out in training camp. I know that sounds crazy, but I legitimately think he could be and probably is the better runner.
Yeah, I mean, he's hilarious to watch. I love watching him. It's crazy, just how small and strong he is.
We might have to end up ensuring we get Chenault so we can get 2 Colorado Buffalo alums on this team.
Well, we have Gallup. Oh, well, Gallup's CSU, right?
Yeah, no, we're sticking. This is a very Colorado themed draft.
I know this isn't sexy for the people listening, but I've always wanted to ask you what part, like, were you like a Cherry Creek, Valor Christian? Yeah. Like, where did you grow up?
Yeah, Valor was a little after my time. I was in Lakewood. I went to Green Mountain High School.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So in the Jeffco.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I live in Wheat Ridge. I'm in Jeffco as well. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Wheat Ridge. We competed against them in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's where I live. So yeah, that's cool. I've been meaning to ask you forever, and I just haven't. So
yeah. No, yeah, my parents are still out there. We normally go back a few times a year. COVID stuff notwithstanding. I love Colorado.
Yeah, I'm a fan as well.
Okay, so we're coming up here on the 11th. I mean, looking at the top of my board, and I know you've been doing some articles on tight ends. Do you have any love for TJ Hawkinson?
Not an extreme amount of love.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like some others that are below him that I feel like are going to outproduce him.
Fant?
I don't love Fant. Goddard, no. I like Goddard. I like Smith. I like John.
So it sounds like based on the tight ends you like that you don't mind kind of skipping this tier and waiting a little bit longer to get your second tight end.
Yeah. I mean, especially because we already have Ertz. So I feel like we don't have to force ourselves to take one of these guys right now.
Yeah.
But if we're in a position that's kind of the best value, then are we on the clock?
We are on the clock. I'm looking here. I was looking still at running back. One name that jumped out to me with the context of this team is Tony Pollard. Do you like him as a premium handcuff?
Yeah, I'm down with Pollard. I don't think.
My thought is we have Chris Carson to be our anchor, and then we kind of have Vaughn, we hope, and Lindsey will have some standalone value. But if we're really trying to get an RB1 handcuff, I mean, that could be Pollard.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick at all here. I mean, he's right at ADP, right?
Yeah, 129. We're picking at 127, so very unlikely he comes back. Let's.
I can get behind Pollard here.
Let's do it. We keep kind of adding to our running back war chest here. And do you see him as having any standalone value this year?
I would love to think so. Last year people were super high on him and it didn't really pan out. But then again, we also have to know, Zeke already had COVID, so we don't know if that's going to have an effect on his performance. I mean, I'm sure at that level it probably won't, but I know personally people that have had it that are still miserable 3 months later and don't have the lung capacity they had, so, he may need to rest more. I mean, I know I'm reaching a bit here, but at the same time, I think he could have some standalone value, especially, as an 11th rounder.
For sure. So thinking also too about our second quarterback here, we don't have a ton of other stacking options other than, I would say, Teddy Bridgewater, but we could do that much later.
Right.
Did any of these quarterbacks here jump out to you as really nice values?
I don't hate Tannehill.
Yeah.
I'm not on the Ben or Goff or Baker. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, Jimmy G is an option, I guess.
It continues to surprise me. You know, I have a few players that I'm always shocked by their ADP, and Tannehill is one of them. I would have just expected he would have been more popular after his finish last year.
Yeah, I agree. I think people are kind of scared of it. They feel like he's going to regress. I think people think it, you know, it's hard. It's like he spent that time in Miami and wasn't great. And then all of a sudden he had this, you know, fantastic season out of nowhere. So I think people are definitely a little gun shy on him.
Yeah. I'll scroll through some of the ADP here. Are there any other guys that are jumping out to you?
Well, we could take Curtis Samuel and then take Teddy later. I don't hate that. Of course, Lazard is there too, but he's later.
Yeah, what's he? Lazard's ADP.
I thought I was actually saying it right that time, and I still screwed it up. Oh, are we on the clock?
We are on the clock here. Preston Williams is at a little bit of a value here. I don't hate your Curtis Samuel idea too. If we want to try to get that double stack, anything else jumping out? I can check running back. Some more handcuffs, you know.
I like Boston Scott, but he may be there. Well, yeah, he may be there later, but I've been taking him a lot.
I like Boston Scott too. I mean, you know, there's a chance he doesn't come back to us, and it doesn't seem like we love other options. I mean, Preston Williams, I do like N'Keal Harry too.
Right.
I want you to make the call. We got some options.
I think we should go with Scott because I think that way we're done or like running back wise, because we don't have a ton, you know, our running backs are a little sketch in this range here. So I feel like if we add him, I think we're good. And I think between Williams, Harry, and Samuel, I feel like one of those guys will come back. Maybe they won't, and then but I think I like Scott a lot. I think that's a good that way if Pollard doesn't end up I like Scott. The chat is enjoying our Scott pick. They like that. I think it works out. And two, I've been thinking a lot lately about, you know, when you do kind of do the modified 0RB or 0RB, the different types of profiles. And, you know, Boston Scott's going to give us a standalone pass catching floor. Yeah. And when we can wait to see if something happens to Zeke and Tony Pollard isn't doing much. So I like having a balance of those profiles. I do too. Uh-oh, look who's logged in, guys. Mr. Keyshawn Vaughn, truther himself. David, there's some news that Jen and I need to tell you. What round were we in, Jen? The 8th? 8. We drafted your guy, Keyshawn Vaughn. David, you better go and lose your mind right now because you asked me every draft, and we finally did it for you, brother. There we go. Hey, Kevin, I see your Hunter Henry, by the way. That makes me laugh. I made fun of him because I was like, I can tell you're from the Northeast without even anything because he said Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry, yeah. Fuck the Khan, Harvard Yard, Kevin, down there with the drafting Hunter Henry. I have one side of my family is all from New England, so there you go. We had that, from Gloucester, if you know where that is. Yeah. You know, New England's no Colorado, but it has its charm. No, absolutely. I grew up spending like every summer in Gloucester, and my sister went to BU for law school, so I've spent plenty of time up in there. I like it. Nice. So we're also at the interesting point of the draft too here, where we know some picks that we want to make, and we can kind of start to really think reverse engineer, because I think we know we want 2 more quarterbacks, right? And I think at this point in the draft, we should probably consider 2 more tight ends too. Yeah, I agree. So that's 4 picks right there, and we know we want Lazard. Mm-hmm. So that's 5. And then also, if we're going to try to grab Curtis Samuel or one of these guys, that puts us at 6. So that really gets us to what? Yeah. The 19th round. So we really have maybe kind of one other luxury pick outside of those. So maybe we do have room for one more running back if we like. Or is there another? I guess it would be another wide receiver too. But I think that's about where we're going to be looking. Okay, that sounds good to me. Okay, they just alerted me that I accidentally registered for 2 best ball drafts. Yeah, remember you screwed up in the beginning, and I think maybe you might have registered for that one. What just happened? We just got auto drafted. You got Michael Thomas though, so there you go. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep. This is gonna be our main draft.
We're going to stay focused on this. I will not make a Jen stick here and draft all these, and I will try to toggle back and forth and handle these two. Look at what I did to myself. Goodness.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Gibson just went.
I know.
That's a bummer.
That's a good value there in the 13th.
It is. I've been taking him earlier than that, I have to say, in certain drafts.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we looking at here?
Let's see. So, Jen, Teddy goes.
Oh no.
That was gonna be part of our stack.
Yes.
Knowing that.
That's a bummer.
I think Preston Williams sliding here is a pretty insane value in the 13th.
I agree. I'm a big fan of Preston Williams this year. I think that he's going to be fine from that ACL, and I think he's going to be.
Of course.
Raging Cajun.
He has been both a gift and a blessing.
Yes.
Yes. Accidentally, I'm doing 2 drafts at once. What do you think though here? Do we just not risk it and just grab Lazard?
What's the quarterback situation?
Good
where
call.
are we looking here?
We could do Tanny.
Tanny is still there.
12 picks past ADP.
See, we could do Tanny and then get Jonnu Smith if he didn't go.
Yep.
Oh, he went. Okay.
Tight end Irv Smith is still there, but those guys kind of are available a little bit later. I would say Tanny.
Yeah. Yeah, because if not, we're going to end up with like Darnold or something, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think Tanny's a good second quarterback.
Yeah, and I'm surprised, honestly, that like Burrow and Baker. I'm surprised at some of the people that went before him, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's see this. What do we got in the chat here? Someone talking about.
Oh, he said Minshew Chenault stack staring at us in the face.
That is going to be very live. Minshew super cheap.
I don't hate that stack at all. That's funny.
Yeah, sorry, Afro Man. Our focus is on the first draft, and I will deal with the fallout of the other one.
You can. You can flip and see. I mean, are you close?
Yeah. Well, here, this is what I'll do. I'll bring this second so I can just tab over here. So
you're on right now. There you go.
You're on. I'm taking George Kittle. He's fallen into in the second. Michael Thomas, George Kittle.
There you go. All right.
All right, guys. We're multitasking here.
Is this the first in the?
Yeah, I've never. You are a pioneer with me here. The first double draft. Let's see. In the new draft, you can take 3 QBs in a row to copy the Raging Cajun construction.
That may end up happening if you forget to go back.
Should we make that a thing, Jen? There's late round QB, there's 0 RB, and then there's the Raging Cajun.
All right, so.
Let's see here. What do you? I think we should probably lock up Lazard if he falls.
Yeah, if he's there, I think that's a good call. If not, then maybe we should look at tight end.
I agree. Yeah, tight end is starting to get a little dry. I know you just wrote up some of your favorite tight ends. Who jumps out here?
I don't hate Ebron. I want to, but I don't. Thomas, I mean, he is the tight end there. Herndon. Oh, we could do Jace. I mean, he's there, right?
Yeah. And the thing with his ADP is he's a nice little fallback too, because Jace's ADP is 183 and Lazard's is 169. So we should definitely prioritize Lazard.
Right.
And yeah, the Ben in the chat says Ian Thomas is a nice value.
Mm-hmm.
And Irv Smith too. I think we have some options here.
Yeah.
Definitely like the idea of making sure we get that second Green Bay wide receiver we both like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Rodgers is undervalued right now that the pendulum is swung a little too far on this offense?
I do. I think that he's had a couple rough goes, and I think people are giving up. But it's still Aaron. I mean, he's still pretty clutch. Like I just don't see. I don't know. They have a new system, right? I mean, he may. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely undervalued.
Yeah. To to me, I don't have as much concern with Rodgers as I do them, when they draft A.J. Dillon and just being like, man, we want to run the ball a bunch. And so it's like, I think Rodgers is fine. I just want to make sure they're not going all Minnesota Vikings on us.
Right. But I see what I don't understand is that Adams is still like the wide receiver 2, right, in total, but yet Rodgers falls all the way. It's like he has to, it's like
something's got to give. Yeah.
Right. I mean, if he's.
Okay. So should we lock him up?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I like it. I think that's
all
great.
right. We get our double stack here.
We are all in on Green Bay in this draft.
That's right. That's right. I wonder, it'd be cool to have an analytical dashboard to see how many other people in this championship have a Rodgers, Adams regard stack, because it's a doable stack if you want it.
Yeah. And we certainly didn't go out intending to do it, but we did it, and I like it.
So we have 4 more picks here.
So we need. That's it? Wow. Are we up?
All right, sorry, I'm checking.
Oh, look at this. All right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. So we started Thomas and Kittle in this one. Evans slides all the way here.
Wow.
Evans in the mid-third. We got to do that, right?
Yeah.
That's a little too much of a discount. We'll head back over. Look at us multitasking. Okay. So we have 4 more picks in this one. We know we want to do one more QB and probably I think we want to do 2 more tight ends at this point, right?
Yeah. I mean, depending on who's, I mean, I would be, yes, I'm down with that for sure.
I don't know why I said 4. We have 6 more picks in this one.
Yeah. I was going to say a minute ago, I thought we had more.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to feel like, back the old professional poker players, they would be 4 tabling, 6 tabling. I'm like,
right?
I wonder what the best ball equivalent. Has anyone ever 8 tabled a draft? Yeah, Sean mentions the Big Ben Ebron. We missed out on Ben, but I still don't mind, to Jen's point, taking Ebron by himself at all.
Yeah, I mean, especially, as our third tight end, or no, our second tight end. Did we take a tight end? I don't even know what's happening right now. No, we didn't. We took Tannehill instead.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Gotcha. We've put a lot on Ertz's shoulders because
we have, but that's okay. I think that there's still.
Let's see here.
Yeah, flip to tight end so we can kind of see. Yeah, I think Ebron. I mean, we still have 2. There's still 3 really starting tight ends. Even Dawson Knox is. I mean, it's not like we're looking at guys that are sharing. We're not down to like the Howard territory yet.
Yeah. So Irv Smith does go. I think sounds like Ebron's our target, right? Oh, Ebron goes, Jen.
He goes. All right. So now we're looking at Thomas.
We're looking. Yeah. Or Frankie is. We could just go for the super stack.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what the fantasy gods are calling for us to do. It seems, because we'll see. I bet Thomas is going to go here. I have a feeling. Yeah, but we never know what Raging Cajun's going to do.
He keeps us on our toes with his spicy picks. In that ADP, Ian Thomas 153. We're picking at 175. That would be a pretty big fall there. Oh, you mentioned your guy,
Sims. Yeah, I like him, but that's all right.
The chat is pretty excited about the prospect of us super stacking it with Jace.
Well, we got to hope then someone takes Thomas, because I do feel like Thomas is better than Jace. He's in a better spot. But hey, I'm okay with the super stack.
Oh, Jen, we were just
no!
Just get sniped,
dude. How do you take Sternberger before Thomas? Like in a you know what I mean? Like without, and he's obviously not going. Like what? That just doesn't even make sense to me.
Come on, Sticky Rice.
Sticky Rice, unless he's a Green Bay. I mean, that's just a weird. Honestly, that's just a weird pick to me. Like, why would you take Jace before Thomas in general, unless you're A, watching the stream, or B, like a Packer fan?
That's Sean's theory is they're watching the stream. Normally, I recognize the names of the people who watch the streams. Okay, Ian Thomas falls to us. I think that's a good pick.
Absolutely. No, I agree.
All right, Jen, we got to do a double pick because we're
and you think here. I mean, I think Teddy's going to rely on him a bit. I think it's a good pick.
Mark Andrews in the 4th. I like that, Jen.
He's still there?
We also already have.
Have Kittle.
I think we double it up.
Yeah, yeah. Why not, man? Do it.
And then you don't draft another tight end the whole draft.
And then you don't end up with taking Thomas and the whatever. Like we
yeah. These are the tale of two drafts here. Look at the chat's multitasking too. Andrew's
like it.
Eric did mention this is what I did to them last week. I signed up for the wrong draft, and then they all ended up in one that I didn't end up in. So then they had to multitask. I keep you guys on your toes.
Oh, so they're actually in that other draft thinking you were in. I gotcha. Okay.
Last week, that's what happened. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, there's worse things than making you do 2 drafts at once, right?
For sure.
We should probably check in on the quarterback situation again, just because I know we wanted one more of those bad boys.
Yep, I see Locke just went.
It is getting pretty gross down here.
Is Minshew still there? Or did someone take him?
Someone took Minshew up here.
Yeah, it's looking like Rivers Rivers just went.
Wow. I need to check in. This is also the range where would not mind grabbing Chenault to fulfill our Colorado draft here. I
would be okay with that.
Oh, no, Jen, what is going on? Rivers and Cargo.
Ooh.
Goodness.
Yeah, we may end up going 2 QB, right? I mean, we'll see. Is anybody left?
So who is left? Darnold, Foles, Haskins.
Tyrod. I'm not opposed to Tyrod.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I guess at this point too, right? Like, we could probably even wait a couple more rounds, get our wide receiver tight end, and then just get whatever we need as our third.
Yeah.
Another thing, I know I mentioned Visca. You watch it all started with that TJ Hernandez show because the chat goes wild when we draft Chenault now. So if you want to see them, Eric's making a case for Haskins as a quarterback. I don't mind it. I've been trying to do it when I get McLaurin to try to stack that, but I do think he's a little undervalued.
I don't think I've taken Haskins once this entire season in anything, but I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. It just hasn't happened. But like I said, I love Sims. So, I mean, you think he's got to make a jump, right, this year? I mean,
yeah,
even if it's a small one, he has to make some kind of jump.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Haskins, Gandy, Golden late stack. I don't hate that either.
Wow. Now you want to talk about low stacks that people aren't going out of their way to get. It's the Haskins, Gandy, Golden.
Well, look, you've got what's his name is gone, so it opens the door for Gandy Golden. Harmon, he's out.
Yeah. Should we give the people what they want?
Chenault, yeah, I'm all about that.
Let's do it, chat. LaVisca,
yes,
come on down. Jen, you say you don't have a ton of shares of them, so you finally got them, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I like it, and we did the Colorado trifecta, right?
There we go. Exactly. So we got Philip Lindsay, Colorado boy. Chenault, Colorado boy, Gallup, CSU guy. Are there any other hidden Colorado connections here? Okay. Ooh. Remember when they were asking DK Metcalf? So Sutton and DK Metcalf, those are always kind of the hard decisions. Do we continue our Colorado theme?
Into the next draft?
Metcalf. I like both.
I like both too.
Let's do Metcalf here.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of him.
I know you're a Lockett gal.
I am, but I there's obviously a huge argument for Metcalf. It's not like I think they're both. I don't know. That offense it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of mouths to feed, and everyone's all about it. And at the same time, I get nervous about it. Because it's like you've got even Olsen and Disley. Carlos Hyde is in the mix.
Yeah,
I'm not. I mean, I haven't been taking Carlos Hyde at all, but that's because I'm a Carson person, and I'm blocking out the Hyde portion of him getting anything there.
I thought you were going to say that's because I respect myself enough to not go Carlos.
Well, that too, same thing.
Yeah. Willis gave Haskins the vomit emoji here. That's fair. Okay, so we have 4 more picks in this draft. We've allotted one to kind of a punt quarterback. We probably need one more punt tight end. But otherwise we have some other luxury picks that we can make. Who's still available here that I like as another running back is Darrington Evans.
Yes, I like him as well.
That's I mean, what's his ADP? 181. So I guess it's definitely flipping.
Yeah. How many running backs do we have? 5?
Yeah, I would say we probably don't want to be more over 6, but I don't mind Evans with this build.
I agree.
My kind of prevailing thought about all of these rookies is once training camp starts and we start to get news and they're like, oh, Darrington Evans is mixing in for passing downs and, and subbing in for Derrick Henry, like his ADP is going to shoot up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the training camp, that whole thing, it's amazing what happens. You get the videos and all of a sudden, things will spike. It's funny with Cam. Like I got Cam in like the 15th, 16th round, all of March, April, and now all of a sudden here he is. So that was really, we knew he was going to end up somewhere. Right. And so people were just,
you were drafting him just speculating.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, he's going to be a 9th rounder, by June. And he was, but because you knew like, there's no way no one was, he wasn't going to end up somewhere. I mean, come on. The QB position is crap for the most part. We knew he was going to end up somewhere. So I was just grabbing him everywhere. So I have him on a ton of, and he's like my QB3, in a bunch of my April and March drafts. So
yeah, I mean, that's
so exciting.
That's so much of fantasy, right? Of just being able to, what's the Gretzky quote? You got to skate to where the puck's going to be, not where it's at.
Right.
That's kind of how it is with 0RB too. It's hard for people to envision like, okay, how does Tony Pollard pay off on that? But it's like, there's lots of different ways, certain scenarios break where he does get that scenario, that top outcome. And in this kind of draft, we're trying to win $10,000. So we're going to take some dice rolls on that top outcome.
Absolutely.
Okay, here, let's see. Oh, Darrington Evans did go at the turn. Okay. I don't mind Joshua Kelly, but I don't know if we have to reach for running back with this build.
We need a tight end and we need a quarterback,
so tight end is pretty gross. Gerald Everett's a guy that I don't mind. Where are you on him?
No, I don't mind him either. I think that he obviously showed last year that that he's got some kind of role in that offense. I don't mind him, especially in the 17th round. Ooh, Haskins just went, which is awesome. We don't have to take him.
Based on how these quarterbacks are flying off the board and Tyrod's ADP, you mentioned you like him. Should we lock
I like him? Yeah. I mean, I think, he may not play the whole season, obviously, but I think as our third QB, he's better than I'm not a Foles guy. The Fitzpatrick Tua thing I've been trying to avoid. And after that, there's nobody else. So
yeah,
I think we have to take Tyrod here, actually.
Yeah, I say we do that. Oops, I'm on the clock over here. What do we got?
6th round. We may have to think about a running back.
Yeah. Oh, we got that rookie triumvirate here.
Yep.
Which of these 3 do you prefer?
I would take Swift if it was me.
Yeah, I just took him. Let's do it.
All right. And then hope that Raging Cajun doesn't take Tyrod here.
Yeah, if he drafts his 9th quarterback, I guess we can live with it.
I mean, a lot of people are on McFarland. I don't know that I'm on that train this season yet with him.
I'm with you. I think there's so much there with Connor and Snell. Jalen Samuels is still there. It's hard to envision him. Okay, so we're going to do Tyrod, right?
Yeah.
So we're set at QB now. Rodgers, Tanny, Tyrod. Not the sexiest bunch, but they get the job done.
Right.
Our wide receivers are loaded.
Yes, I was going to say we sacrificed the QB for the loaded wide receiver box there.
Adams, Julio, DJ Moore, Gallup, Kirk, Lazard, Chenault. That's great. Ertz and Thomas. Definitely would like one more tight end in there. And then we can kind of do whatever we want for the last 2 picks as far as running back and
wide. I'd say we take Everett if he's still there. If not,
Everett just went. Man, I feel like every time we mention someone, they go. Sean mentions we had talked about the Mark Andrews thing, Nick Boyle. That's probably like a late round thing.
Yeah, granted, as the word is getting out, more people are on it. But he's, he was my last pick in Scott Fishbowl. I feel like he's one of those that he may start to creep up with the whole COVID news. But yeah, I think he's a last rounder. Other than that, I'm definitely not down with Eifert or McDonald. CJ.
I know we kind of really backed ourselves into a corner.
We did, but that's okay. I mean, we have Ertz, right?
We do.
I mean, we could, yeah. I mean, people are, Caden Smith is an option just because Ingram gets hurt, but it would be him or Boyle. We wouldn't do both, obviously.
What do we think of Ben's suggestion here? Ben makes some videos for drafters as well. Definitely check out his stuff. He's throwing out Josh Oliver.
Yeah, he's what? This is his sophomore year? Is that right?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
I mean, sure. I mean, honestly, I haven't taken him. I haven't really researched him or looked at his,
I don't mind Joshua Kelly here as another dart throw.
Right.
18th. His ADP is 186, and we're at 210.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely a lot of people that are on him this year. That backfield's a little scary, but at the same time, I mean, in the 18th round, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking if there's not a tight end we love here, and he's at an ADP value,
yeah,
I think we could go that direction.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Why don't we do it? Yeah. My thing with Kelly is I think there's a chance that he comes out and he's just the guy with Eckler, and that Justin Jackson's kind of gotten demoted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, I think we do this. We got Metcalf in the 5th, and what Russell Wilson sitting here in the 7th. What do we think about that stack?
Oh, yeah. No, I like that.
His ADP is 54. Slides here pretty good.
I was just talking to Kevin the other day on that podcast about Russell. I like Russell. Like a lot of people, I think because even people talk about his, basically his attempts, going down, whatever. But I looked it up. I can't remember what year it was. He had less than 400 attempts, and he still had 4 touchdowns on the ground and 400 yards. He's going to get you the points either way. I like it.
Yeah, we're all holding out hope, right, for the let Russ cook year.
Right, exactly. And then I looked it up because Kevin had asked me about it beforehand. It's even if he doesn't cook, I think he's fine where he is at his ADP. I think he's still going to be. I think that's a good call, especially with the stack there. And now we're done there for a bit in the quarterback.
So I think in this draft, we have 2 more picks. We're going to have to get gross and draft 1 tight end. And then, construction wise, I think we could get an 8th wide receiver that we want to throw a dart at here as well.
Yeah. Let's see who's down there.
Got some, we jumped out of the ADP zone where guys don't have.
I was going to say, I've been liking Boykin late. I was going to
say him. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate him. And he's 212 is his ADP. So he's already fallen a bit. He's usually the guy I grab at this point. Yeah,
I mean, he wasn't great his rookie year, but he had an exciting profile. He's athletic, and you just want cheap pieces to offenses like that.
Yeah. Someone's saying Sanu. I don't know. I mean, Sanu could be decent, obviously, with Cam, but I don't know. He's one of those people I'm just done with. And I know it's a personal thing, but after Atlanta and then there was something, I don't know. I can't go back to him for some reason. It'll probably blow up in my face and we'll go off somehow.
I knew it, Jen. We jinxed ourselves again. Boykin goes.
That's so random. Nobody's taking Boykin. Why?
Yeah.
All right.
There's been a fair amount of snipes this draft.
Yeah. Who else is?
So, geez. I am probably just taking T. Higgins here as just a guy who might get loose deep a few times with Burrow.
I've taken him a few times this season as well. Who else is down there?
Here. I'm gonna include everybody.
Right.
Benny Snell. I just don't know if we want another running back.
Yeah, we already have 6. I think we're probably.
Wide receivers. I mean, this is gross territory.
Yeah, I mean, there's Higgins and Auden Tate. Is John Ross. I mean, all those 3 of those guys are always there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Kendrick Bourne. Man, this draft ended up being pretty sharp. I mean, I don't even. Oh, there goes Higgins too. I mean, it's just everyone we say. Yeah, the chat definitely thinks he's watching the stream. I'm starting to agree because it just seems like everyone we talk about, he takes.
Well, enjoy your team, whatever, Sticky Rice.
I think we get 10% of it, the rights after talking them up. So what do you want? You're the tight end whisperer.
Okay.
Who do you think we should go with here?
I think we wait and go Boyle on the 20th. I just don't. I mean, because really at this point they're all in the same boat. They all need like Njoku, McDonald. They're not going to get Smith. They're not getting play without someone getting hurt. So
I just think we should take him here though, just because we don't have.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
We have to have.
Right, but I think whoever's left, they all need something to happen to get in there anyway. So we might as well go with Boyle.
Okay.
Oh, I'm clocking this one. Is it telling you this, or are you randomly figuring this out?
I'm hearing the noise.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Popping over. So we're in a similar spot here. We don't need quarterback after going Wilson.
Don't need tight end because there's two already.
I don't love these running back in this spot. So it puts us in the Kirk, Deontay Johnson,
right? Lamb, whatever.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, I don't love anything right now, to be honest.
We could diversify and get. Are you in on Deontay Johnson?
Yeah, a bit. I mean, he's what?
Shit.
I don't have a lot of him, but I do understand the argument for him,
I think I was very close to getting timed out there, so I just
Kirk? Okay. That's fine. Hey, we got Kirk and Bo, so hopefully the freedom is overwhelming.
I know, this non-randomizer. It is. It is actually really nice to try to draft good teams sometimes. Let's see what's going on in here.
All right, so our last pick, we just need to either take a stab at a wide receiver, right? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah.
All right.
The thing is I'm sure there are some guys in here. I wish it would let me sort by ADP because I have just my rank. So then there's just a bunch of like random guys in here.
Right.
But maybe these guys don't have ADPs. So chat, Jen. Should we just do the Sanu as our last pick?
I mean, sure. You wanted Harry, so we might as well. We can throw that, get a piece of that New England because I don't think we have anybody in that offense.
I mean, did you hear that Sanu is living with a coach right now? Did you see that blurb?
I did not.
Yeah. He was there you go, Sean. We got your guy. Sanu.
That's random, right? Like a whatever year veteran. Like, what do you need to be living with a coach for? Like, I understand if you're a rookie or whatever, but like, you know what I'm saying? He's not like brand new. Why would you possibly need to live with a coach as a whatever time, whatever year veteran he is?
Yeah, so this was the thing. Mohamed Sanu hires full-time coach to live with him for off-season workout.
All right, I'm glad we took him. This is going to make a difference.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to have some useful PPR weeks for us.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, I mean, sure, he could definitely have a random week or two where he ends up counting.
So let's recap this team, and then I'm just gonna have to draft this one from my phone. The rest of the I'm gonna go and make dinner and all that jazz.
Yeah, and I've got my kid is right here staring at me.
Yeah, we're not gonna put anyone through a
No, I'm just kidding. He's just plowing through a bag of Chex Mix, so it's fine.
Oh, I'm jealous. Okay, Jen. So I want you to give the definitive recap of this team, how you feel about it, best pick, worst pick, anything we would like a do-over on.
All right. I love the start. I like that we went for it and went 3 wide receiver, and we got my boy Carson. I like that. I love that Ertz fell to the 5th. I love that we followed up with Gallup and Kirk. Vaughn, he fell, and I think that he's good value there. I like everything. I mean, I don't, we kind of bombed on tight end at the end, which is hilarious because that's what I mainly focus on at 4for4, but that's all right. We got Ertz in the 5th round, and I think we're fine. And Thomas, he's going to be fine. I love our stack. We went for we could have gotten the 4 stack, but we went for the 3. I like it. I love that we have Boyle at the end. I like the team, and we got Chenault, and it's always good when you get Chenault, right?
I love it because we have 2 different themes. We got our Packers double stack, and we got our Colorado guys. I mean, we drafted a very thematic team.
And we had zero intention of that going into this, so I like it.
It's very nice. Yeah, I mean, that I would love to see the full ADP on Ertz in these, or see the latest he's gone. This has to be close to the latest you'll get.
Yeah, I mean, he was a 3rd rounder like a month ago, and I mean, I think he slipped somewhat to the 4th, but I mean, mid 5th is pretty late.
It really is. It really is. I think we have Raging Cajun to thank us for the 2 kind of rogue that helped push him down there a bit.
I absolutely agree. And I think Sticky Rice can suck it because he's obviously in here listening.
Well, it's also funny too, fell this far when one team doubled up on tight end with Kelsey and Andrews, because normally you would think that would, initiate a bit of a run, but man, we ran good there.
Yeah. I like it. Not bad for a random Monday afternoon draft, right?
Not bad. Yeah. And sorry again for the late start, Jen.
All good. All good. I'm glad I got to come in here and do this with you.
It was super fun. We will go 50-50 on any profits here. My treat.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh. This is our squad. So who knows? Maybe we chop up the 5K. And yes, you guys, if you are not following Jen on Twitter, Jen didn't put it on the name thing, but it's tell people your handle.
It's at the Monday Mommy.
At the Monday Mommy. She's been cranking out articles at 4for4. You can check out her COVID Bible manual that came out. I said Bible, but it is manual, right?
Yeah. Yes, but whatever it is, yes.
And she's got a lot of great articles about tight ends, and you are always pumping out work. Is there any other stuff you'd like to plug that I missed?
No, not at all. I'm all at 4for4 doing all kinds of stuff. So find me there.
There you go, guys. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I think I'm going to do maybe another one of these tomorrow as well. Then we'll be back as usual for the randomizer drafts on Thursday evening. So for Jen Eakins, for myself, and for all of our Colorado boys, thank you guys for watching today.
Bye, guys.